backwards. There we go.
It's a bit bright.
Morning.
Good morning.
What day is it, Kat?
I don't know. I was hoping you would know.
I think it's day 5.
Yeah, I think so.
And we've just, well, this isn't quite the beginning of our walk. We've been walking for an hour or so already up a road to get to our starting point. It was a very beautiful road, but nowhere to sit and say good morning to you. We are not quite following the route that I planned for day 5, but we will be joining it. So we'll be getting back to the route that I had planned for the week, which feels good.
Yeah, definitely good to at least get back to a good chunk of what we had originally planned, in spite of our little setback.
Yes. It's going to be another really different day today. We're heading into what they call Waterfall country, which is probably going to be a bit busier than we've seen on our walk so far. It's definitely a place on lots of people's lists to visit when they come to South Wales. So we might see a few more walkers than we used to, but we're also going to see some very spectacular waterfalls.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We've seen one already, but it was quite little.
It was quite
It was
little.
beautiful, but it was quite small.
I'm not sure I really count it as a waterfall unless I can swim in it.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping for a swim today. I can't believe we've been walking for 4 days with no swim so far. So
Yeah, and the difficult part is going to be choosing where exactly to try and swim.
Yeah, we can't swim in every single one unless we want to put cold, wet swimwear back on every time.
Definitely not.
But the weather's amazing today. I think we're going to be warm. We're probably going to be too hot. So it's going to be perfect for a little cold dip.
No! What happened?
My pole failed me.
I'm so glad you told me to film.
And there's our path.
Well, we have quite a lot to update you on since we last filmed.
We have. It's been an eventful morning.
Yeah, we went from the very straightforward road section to, how would you describe it?
Well, it was a bit of open moorland.
Yeah.
With a quarry in the middle. And everything that wasn't quarry was bog, I would say.
It was all bog, very hard to see where we were supposed to be walking.
Long grass with like big tufts and then big holes in between.
Yeah.
So it was really hard going and
So
slow.
not only do you not really know exactly where you're heading, every time you put a foot down, you don't know if you're going to fall over or not. So we did that for a while.
Yeah, we made it to the other side of that. Then we had a little reprieve with some friendly horses.
Oh yes, really, really nice horses that came
That
to
was
say
very
hello.
sweet.
And then we walked through a farm and came to these stepping stones, which there are some stepping stones. We're looking at them right now, but they're quite...
I'm looking at that pointy-shaped pyramid one in the middle, thinking that's never a safe stepping stone.
You can't step on that at all. Some of them are submerged, some of them are quite far apart, but it's a shallow stream, so we thought it was probably safer to just take off our shoes and wade through.
Yeah, you had the advantage because you've at least got sandals, so...
Yeah, I just took my socks off.
I went for full-on barefoot.
But it wasn't slippy, that was the main thing.
No, it was okay. It was not as bad as it might have been.
Yeah.
We made it, and now we've had some second breakfast / first lunch to recover.
Yep.
We're ready for the next stage. Don't know what is in store for us next.
It can't get much more exciting than this.
I don't think so.
But we'll see. Do we go for the very ancient style or... Okay,
steady.
go for it.
I haven't got my poles though.
Oh, I'll pass them to you.
Ooh, orange lichen.
It was either that or the gate that's only attached by one hinge. This forest is absolutely full of red mushrooms.
Here we are.
Here we are. Oh dear, this is going to go poorly.
How many miles have we done today, Kat?
I've already forgotten. 5-ish?
Oh, please
6.
tell me it's more than that. I thought it was 7.
Okay, maybe it was... I have this thing with numbers. I can't remember numbers, and I looked about 5 minutes ago and I've already forgotten. But yeah.
So we've done some miles today.
Mm-hmm.
We've not got very far in the last hour or so because we got a bit waylaid.
By something very wonderful.
Yes, there was a moment we just crossed over a stile into these beautiful woods, and then suddenly Kat and I just threw our bags and our hiking poles down and ran into the woods because there was just hundreds of these bright red mushrooms everywhere. It was amazing.
Hundreds and hundreds. And then also hundreds of other smaller mushrooms dotted around.
So many mushrooms. Not, when you say bright red mushrooms, you're probably thinking of fly agaric. They weren't those. They were the sickener, which is a poisonous mushroom. Fly agaric's also poisonous, I guess. But they were so beautiful.
It was a very mossy woodland, pine trees, pine needles on the ground, moss everywhere, and these just bright red mushrooms.
It was really special.
Like a fairy tale. And we kept coming to new bits of the wood. And then,
we thought we were done, picked up our bags ready to go, but then we turned around the corner and there were more mushrooms. So.
And then we threw everything on the ground again and ran into the trees again.
Yeah, so we spent quite a while in there. We're probably going to have a late finish today as a result of it, but I've got no complaints about that.
No, it was absolutely, one of the highlights for me so far.
Yeah, it was amazing. And now we've just arrived at the start of the Waterfall Trail, so we're going to be discovering the waterfalls, although I led us a bit astray. I'm sorry about that.
Well, yeah, it's an inevitable part of exploring new territory.
It's true, but why does it always have to be like we walked to the bottom of the hill and Kat said halfway down, it's not going to be that the trail is here and we have to come back up this hill, do we? And I said, no.
Oh, of course not.
No, it'd be ridiculous. And of course it was. So we made it back up to the top of the hill and we've actually found the trail. So now it's waterfall time.
Well, you make it sound like we went wrong. We were looking for a cave. We couldn't really find it.
I think also the reality is the trail has moved. So what's printed on the map is no longer correct, basically because it's so popular. There's been a lot of erosion on the banks. So to make it both better for the wildlife and safer for the people, they've rerouted the trail, which is why we found it difficult to find.
Yeah, but that's just part of the experience. It doesn't always go 100%.
It's certainly been an eventful day today so far, but more to come, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope I'm going to warm up slightly before we get to the waterfalls because I've got very cold and I'm scared about going into the water if I'm already cold.
It's not obligatory. You don't have to go in the water.
We'll see. you might be able to tell. We've had a little dip in some water.
Finally. It was perfect.
Yeah. We're walking on a sort of new path because a lot of the path by the waterfalls has been eroded away. And some stretches of it were a little bit...
I was starting to worry I'd brought us somewhere really boring, to
Yeah.
be honest. And it's obviously a good thing that they've done to try and conserve the woodlands, but the trail itself wasn't very exciting. But then we got to go on these little side trails to go and find the waterfalls, and they were not disappointing.
No. Yeah, we even started, because it's getting a little bit late in the day, we even started to doubt whether we should bother going down this particular path.
Shall we just skip them? No, I'm so glad that we didn't. It was so worth it. And then, what are we on? 3 out of the 4 waterfalls so far, and at the 3rd one, we decided it was time to get in.
Yes, there were already some people swimming there. They were very friendly and encouraged us to get in.
They did.
They were very keen that we should get in as well.
Yeah, it was really nice to share it with them. And it was a great swim.
It was cold, it was refreshing.
And then we had to climb back up the hill, but that wasn't too bad because we were cold and ready to get moving. When we were going down the hill, I thought, oh gosh, we have to come back up here. But it wasn't too bad.
It was actually welcome to try and warm up again.
So we've got one more waterfall to see, and then quite a bit more walking to do. But we're heading to a pub to finish today, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice finish.
Yeah. We've nearly made it, Kat. I was just going to pull my phone out of my pocket to look at how far we've got to go, and I realised that that's my phone over there.
Yeah. Yeah, we are just coming into the village, hopefully for our beer.
Fingers crossed.
And yeah, we had a very exciting end to the hike.
Oh, it was amazing. I didn't tell Kat that it was coming because I was a bit worried it might not be possible, but it was possible.
Yeah, we got to walk behind a massive, really fierce waterfall, which was absolutely incredible.
It was amazing. We got absolutely drenched. I'm still soaking wet, but it was totally worth it. It was really beautiful. I've never done anything like that before.
Nope.
It was really special.
Me neither. It was amazing. A little bit before that, I managed to completely fall over in front of a group of people.
When we've seen no people all week, Kat chose that moment when there were like 5 other people on the trail.
Yeah, we were coming down a flight of steps and they very kindly waited for us to get to the bottom to let us pass. And as soon as I got to the bottom, I said thank you and fell completely on my back.
But you're fine, right?
I'm completely fine, yeah. When you have a backpack on, it tends to pull you.
Yeah, once you're going, you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
going over.
So apart from that, it's been absolutely amazing. And then the last little bit of walk after the waterfall, Katie thought it was going to be a bit boring.
I thought we were just going to be walking, well, we are just walking back into the village, but the sun's going down because we've had an unexpectedly long day looking at mushrooms. So it's golden hour and everything has just been stunning.
Yeah, everything's been glowing.
So beautiful. So I've been slowing us down even more, taking videos of all the glowing leaves, and it's just a really special end to an amazing day. And it's going to get even more amazing when we get to the pub.
Which we're going to do now. Where are you?
There you are.
I have to lean right across.
Cheers. We're on and I'm photographing moss. Would you like a microphone?
Yes. Katie.